Welcome to the Glow Up with Chef Stacey, and I have my lovely co-host with me, my favorite human on the planet. What's your name, young man?
My name is Zion again.
And welcome to the Glow Up podcast, where we talk about all things health and wellness, and we are here to help you take your own health and wellness, mind, body, and spirit, and take control of that in your own hands. So, without further ado, we're going to start. Today's episode is all about plant-based food, and we have stories about us being plant-based. Zion's 11 years old, of course, and he's plant-based, and he has some experiences, and I have a lot of experiences as well. So Zion's going to ask questions, I'm going to ask questions, and we're going to go from there.
Yeah. So my first question is, what are your favorite things to cook?
My favorite thing to cook is the lasagna. I've cooked it so many times that I can do it with my eyes closed, literally. I have the recipe memorized. It's my favorite thing to cook because it's so relaxing and it's layers of food, and it just comes out perfect every single time. I don't have to think about it. I can just go in and do my thing. So that's my favorite thing to cook.
Yeah, I do love your lasagna.
Thank you, honey. Now, I want to ask you, what's your favorite thing to cook?
My favorite things to cook are probably this one mushroom pasta I started making myself. I just sauteed the mushrooms. Most people call mushrooms rubbery, but I like the rubbery taste. Mom doesn't like it, but what I do is I put some Parmesan, milk, seasoning, and then I put the pasta in, and it's really good, really easy to cook.
Do you use regular Parmesan cheese?
Yeah. Well, if we have vegan Parmesan, which we usually don't, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's really good, and it's filling, and you'll probably have some left over.
Okay. So you do eat some dairy?
Yeah. I do eat some dairy, not a lot.
Mostly plant-based?
Mostly plant. Okay. Cheese is like the only dairy I eat.
Okay, got it.
So another question is, what is your favorite food as a whole, if you could pick one?
Dang, that's hard. My favorite food as a whole to work with would be tofu because of the versatility. And you can make desserts out of tofu. You can make savory dishes out of tofu. You can do taco meat. You can do a sauce. So tofu has so much versatility. That's my favorite thing to cook with. Yeah. But I like so many things that, it's kind of hard to say. What's your favorite ingredient to cook with?
My ingredient to cook with? Probably garlic. Garlic is like always a good pick for everything.
Yes.
Almost everything.
Garlic is amazing.
Yeah.
That's your favorite ingredient. And what's your favorite thing to cook?
Another favorite thing to cook is, I'd have to say, there's this one vegan burger brand called Boca Burgers, and you can really customize it a lot. It's just the patty, but you can get your own lettuce, put whatever you want on it. And one time I made it with vegan Gouda cheese, and I made it with Dia Cheese, which is another vegan cheese company, but it's really good. And there's a lot of versatile options you can make with it.
So we do vegan cheese too, because the vegan Gouda is by a company called Follow Your Heart. And that cheese melts really good too. I like that cheese. It does.
So good. And it gets crispy on the edges when you cook it.
Yeah. Dia is all right. You like Dia. I'm
really
all right with Dia. But anyway, okay. All right. Next question. Good.
Did you play any sports in your life? Or do you play any sports?
I did play basketball. I ran track for a little while, and then I also played basketball. I love basketball. It's my favorite sport. I started playing basketball when I was 12 in Detroit because of the late 80s Detroit Pistons and Isaiah Thomas. I used to go to his basketball camp. I wasn't vegan or plant-based at the time, but as I got older, I started to become more conscious of my lifestyle and what I would eat, especially in high school because I was the captain of the varsity basketball team. And I would eat pasta. That was my fuel because pasta, especially white pasta, it turns into sugar. It's a carbohydrate, so it turns into sugar in your body, but it gives you fuel. It's not something you want to eat every day, but it's good to eat pasta the night before if you have a big game. So, yeah, I played basketball. That was my favorite sport. And then I also would eat pasta.
Yeah, that's really good.
And we talked about you last episode. What sport did you play? What sport do you play now? And what do you eat to fuel yourself, to give yourself energy?
Well, I used to play basketball for around 7 years before I quit very recently. And for basketball, I didn't really have like a strict diet for basketball. I would usually try to eat pasta, but it wasn't always the same. I would try to eat pasta, yogurt, whatever healthy, decent thing we had in the fridge. I would cook it. We had this pesto sauce for the longest time, and I used to make that for 3 days in a row whenever I had a game.
Yeah, those are things you can make ahead of time too. You have the pesto sauce in the fridge already and like have it done. And pesto is super simple to make. That's like, it's good to have sauces in the fridge already. So yeah. So let me ask you this about just being a vegan kid. Because how old are you?
I'm 11.
And you've been plant-based pretty much your whole life.
Yeah, I've my entire life.
Yeah. So what do kids say to you usually when they find out that you're homeschooled too.
Yeah.
So you don't really go to school like that. But when you were in school in 2nd and 3rd grade, what would kids usually say about the way you ate?
Well, they would ask why I was vegan. Oh, but steak is so good and it's so good. But I'm like, no, I'm good.
Really? Would you ever feel pressure to eat what they're eating?
No,
like their turkey sandwiches?
Definitely not in 2nd and 3rd grade.
Really? Why? What their food look like?
It didn't look good.
And would any of the children ever ask you for your food or ask you to taste it?
Yeah, my grandma used to make this grilled cheese sandwich, and it was so good. And I would share it with everybody, and I would trade for other food for a bite of my grilled cheese sandwich.
For a bite?
Yeah, because my grandma, I don't know what she does to it, but it's so good.
So you would give people one bite of your sandwich. You let them bite your sandwich? Ugh.
No, I just rip off a piece. I'm not going to let them bite into my sandwich.
Okay. And then for one bite, what would you get for that?
I would get candy, maybe a few Skittles.
Oh, okay. You were bargaining?
That was fun.
Bargaining
2nd and
food.
3rd grade.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So if there was a friend and he or she wasn't vegan or plant-based, they had never had anything vegan, well, if you've eaten fruit, then you've had vegan food.
Yeah.
But if they've never had a full plant-based or vegan meal, what would you cook for them that you know would be like, ooh, this is going to be good and I know they're going to like it?
Probably a vegan burrito bowl.
Ooh, yeah. With what on it?
So you have the rice. You usually put some lemon juice and cilantro on the rice. Then you have some beans, cooked beans with garlic, onions, and seasoned black beans for sure. That's the go-to. And then tofu is the main thing for the alternative for meat. You crush the tofu up, season it a lot because tofu is really dry and unseasoned. So you have to really season it up for it to taste good. Mm-hmm. And then
what kind of seasonings do you use on tofu?
Garlic powder, onion powder, turmeric, salt, pepper, maybe paprika.
You missed the main thing.
Nutritional yeast.
Yeah, buddy. We got to have the nutritional yeast in the scrambled tofu. Otherwise, it don't come out like you need it to come out. But you named everything. That's all you need for the scrambled tofu. And some oil.
And some oil, yeah.
What oils do you like to use? People are always asking, what are the best oils? You can't use every single oil. Canola oil and vegetable oil are not good. You notice I don't buy those anymore. Yeah. I buy regular olive oil, buy extra virgin, but extra virgin olive oil, you're only supposed to use it as a finisher. So if you're doing a salad dressing, because extra virgin olive oil, do you know why you only use it as a finisher and why you don't heat extra virgin olive oil?
I don't know why. Can you tell me?
Yeah. So extra virgin olive oil has a low smoke point, which means that once it heats past a certain temperature, then it becomes like a carcinogen to the body. It becomes toxic to the body. So that's why I buy the regular olive oil from Trader Joe's, also extra virgin olive oil. And then I like cooking with avocado oil. That's probably my favorite.
Me personally, I don't really care what oil I use. I try to use olive oil and stuff, but I don't necessarily care.
Yeah, because you're 11 years. Okay.
But yeah, I don't really care what oils I use. Okay. It doesn't necessarily matter to me. I try to use avocado oil and sunflower
you use what's
oil
in the house.
I just use whatever's in the house.
Not like you buying stuff.
Yeah.
So what would you say to a parent as a child, and say a parent is like, oh, I want my child to eat more vegetables. I want my child to eat healthy. What would you say to that parent to help them have their child eat healthier? For example, what have I done to help you eat healthier?
You've just really put it into my head that I have to drink water, eat healthy. Because I remember I ate a bunch of burgers, and I had not eaten healthy for a whole week straight, and my body was sluggish.
And these were veggie burgers.
Yeah, those are those veggie burgers. Burgers in a whole, like you have to eat healthy stuff. I didn't eat any vegetables. My stomach would hurt sometimes out of no reason, and my body wouldn't function as well as when I would eat vegetables and fruits and healthy stuff.
Correct. It has to be a balance, because even though veggie burgers are okay to eat if they're still processed. They're still made in a lab. They're still made in a plant. So it's not like in a plant, meaning like a building.
It's not like it's that much better.
Right, exactly. So you want to eat from the earth as much as possible. That's why it's good to make your own veggie burger. We should do that. We haven't made our own veggie burger patty.
Yeah, it isn't that hard. I think you just have to smash up edamame and beans and stuff.
Yeah, mushrooms.
My last question is, what meals do you usually cook for me?
I cook a lot of stuff.
I know, but what have you recently been cooking for me?
Chipotle bowls. Well, we've been making those together. So we call them Chipotle bowls because we love Chipotle. But in my opinion, our bowls taste way better. And I just love them. And both you and I love Chipotle bowls because you can make a lot of it and you can eat it for days. And then you can just put different sauces and different toppings. So basically, we do rice. We do cilantro, we do scrambled tofu, we do black beans, we do sauteed peppers and onions, and that's really it, right?
Yeah, and then this one time we had this
avocado,
sauce from
avocado and tomatoes.
We had this one sauce, El Pollo Loco, that my grandma brought home, and we
didn't
digging
eat El
into
Pollo
that.
Loco.
No, we were digging into that sauce though. It was good. It was like a
they have this
lime
green
sauce.
sauce.
It's like a spicy habanero cilantro lime sauce. It was really good.
Yeah, so just so y'all know, we don't eat the chicken, but we eat the sauce from El Pollo Loco.
Yeah.
This is another thing. Zion and I are the only plant-based eaters in our entire family. I'm talking about out of my mom, my father's deceased, my cousins, aunts, uncles. We are literally the only two in the entire family. So that's interesting. And our family reunion is coming up. It's in Detroit. And we're going to be eating good. And I was in charge of the food for the family reunion, so best to believe we got some vegan options, some vegetarian options.
Thank God.
Sure. Right, right, exactly. One more question for you. Mm-hmm. If there was a kid right now that wanted to be vegetarian or plant-based and their family is not, they're the only one in their family, because usually it's only one or two that's vegetarian, what would you tell that kid to do?
Well, that would be hard for me to answer because I've had my mom cook vegetarian meals my entire life for me. But you can always eat whatever is not meat in the house. You don't have to have people cook for you. You might not have tofu and stuff, but you probably have fruit, vegetables, anything. And you can always search up how to cook those. Mm-hmm. It's really easy to cook.
So you're basically saying that the child should learn how to cook themselves.
Yeah, if their parents don't cook for them.
First thing I would do if I was a child, I'm not a child, but I would ask my parents, hey, I really want to eat this way. Can you help accommodate me? Can you buy me veggie burgers? Can you buy me vegan chicken nuggets? Some of those processed things, they're cool. It's not like you want to eat that every day. And I'm encouraging parents, get in the kitchen with your children, and children should get in the kitchen with their parents because it's a bonding thing. At nighttime, the day is done. You get in the kitchen, you're cooking dinner together. You got a little music. For the adults, you can have a little wine, and you can get in there and just cook with your child, and it's fun. And you can write down recipes and do it together because I will say this, the most important room in the house, in my opinion, is the kitchen. You can either make your family well and heal your family, or you can make your family sick in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always a stickler about the kitchen being clean and all of that type of thing. Yeah, I think that was good. That gave some people some tips on how we maintain our plant-based foods and some tips on if someone wants to become plant-based, what they should do.
Yeah.
That being said, we're going to sign off.
Bye. There's our little outro music.
Bye. We'll see y'all next time.